Oh no, what a shame. The Spanish Grand Prix is under threat again. No, I am not referring to the race around Barcelona. That would actually be a concern. I would be annoyed if it's not on the calendar next year. No, I'm talking about the new home of the Spanish Grand Prix, the totally not controversially and totally accurately named Madring around the Spanish capital of Madrid. It's another soulless, thoughtless money grab by Formula One, in my opinion. But George, tell us what you really think about it. No, I am not a fan at all of this one. And to be totally honest, I hope it's not a success. I don't want it to do well. I think the track in Barcelona, Catalonia nowadays is actually pretty good for Formula One. We don't know how the new cars are, of course, going to, race around there, but the ground effect era cars have done pretty well. I feel like we're getting rid of Barcelona when it's having its best races in general. For years it was a terrible circuit where you couldn't really pass, but nowadays cars can actually overtake around there. That's typical how Formula One have binning it off, of course. It's going to be on the calendar in 2026. We don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be on the calendar in 2026. But after that, it's heavily rumoured to be on the race rotation with Imola, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, which is not on the calendar, which is very key in 2026. But could Imola make a shocking comeback in 2026? I sure hope so. I would much rather watch 10 races around Imola than watch one around the Madring. I am not a fan of this track at all. Anybody who's seen the 3D renders, the R-Factor simulations, or the iRacing simulations or whatever, will know how crap this looks. This looks terrible, but let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look at this one on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Formula One is reported to be evaluating the possible cancellation of one event on the 2026 calendar, with a contingency plan already under discussion. Industry sources have raised concerns that one Grand Prix scheduled for next year, a season defined by a major regulatory change, may not proceed as planned. The most significant update already confirmed for 2026 is the removal of the Emilia-Romagna round in Imola after the contract expired and was not renewed because money. Madrid is set to join the schedule as a new venue, creating a second event in Spain alongside Barcelona. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalonia will retain its race on the 14th of June, several months before the planned Madrid event on the weekend of the 11th to 13th of September. According to reporting from RMC Motori, doubts have intensified regarding the Madrid project. What a shame. The report stated that the word spread through the paddock during the Brazilian Grand Prix weekend that the project faced serious delays. It's not like the Spanish to not keep to schedules when it comes to building projects. Oh no, they never do that. Definitely not mañana. Oh no. RMC Motori visited the proposed site and found extensive construction work with little evidence of recent progress. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Spain, my parents used to live in Spain. If anybody knows anything about Spain and how the Spanish work, that is absolutely on par. That is absolutely typical. Large machinery sat inactive and key areas showed no development. The location intended for the pit structure, including garages, race control spaces and operational rooms, was described as a marshy field with no meaningful preparation. This is so typical, man. A reserve venue is understood to be under consideration. Imola is viewed as the leading option. Supported by its proven capability as a replacement host, of course, it's been the home of Emilia-Romagna since 2020, and going back even further than that, it was the home of the San Marino Grand Prix in the 80s, 90s and noughties, of course, as well. The Italian Grand Prix in Monza is scheduled for the 6th of September, and the prospect of two events in Italy is considered attractive by stakeholders. I mean, have them back to back, why not? It makes perfect sense. A complicating factor is the preference for the Saturno organisers for a June slot, while Barcelona is unwilling to shift its established June date due to ticket sales already underway. Yeah, they can't go moving the Barcelona race in terms of the dates. No, that's absolutely accurate, and they're fair to say that basically. That's not on. That's fair enough. So yeah, I mean, listen, anybody's had experience when it comes to Spain and their builders will know that is typical. Will the race still happen? Yeah, it will. I mean, even if the Spanish contractors are useless, right? Formula One has a habit of being able to get these things ready in time. I remember there being doubts around, what was it, Korea in 2010 before that came on the calendar, India in 2011 as well, that got done in time. There's been so many of them. There's been loads of different Grand Prix venues over the years where there's been major doubts about them actually getting ready in time, and only getting ready in time, just in time to host the Grand Prix, particularly on street circuits and new circuits like this as well. That's pretty common. So the Formula One finds a way. Where there is a will, there's the money. They'll just chuck money at it and get it done, you know, it's just what they do. So yeah, it'll still happen, I think, so it's not really that good news, to be honest, but I would much rather Imola. You guys know it's a proper racing venue, and it's not just some Mickey Mouse circuit, is it? Or I guess the Mickey Mouse circuit nowadays is literally Las Vegas. I mean, that dude was showing up there in front of the fountains, wasn't he? So yeah, you know, can't call it Mickey Mouse anymore. I have to call it Miguel Mouse or something instead. I don't know, Miguel Rata. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon for some more news on the world of Formula One. By the way, I'm still 100%. I just thought I'd give you guys a little update about this. Turns out that my cold is Kung Flu. I've got COVID. After 5 years, I finally caught it. My son very generously gave me that over the weekend, and I didn't even realise until literally yesterday. So that's what it is. So I'm probably going to be under the weather for a little while because of that. But I suppose I was the one man left. I was the one man remaining who never caught it. I don't think I caught it anyway in the pandemic somehow. But yeah, it finally got to me. It finally got to me after all this time. So I'll do my best to continue, guys. But yeah, not feeling too great. As you could anybody who's had it will probably know, it makes you feel bloody lousy. It really does. But yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a good one. Hope you're feeling better than I am right now.